One of the things that I talked about earlier was the L in NLP stands for linguistic, and we learn about language and about language patterns through NLP. And one of the ways that I think this can influence brand is around using really positive and directive language. So it's about, what's our outcome? How can we use our language to direct people to have a very positive experience? So I'll give you a couple of examples of that. So it's really important to focus on what you want people to do rather than what you don't want them to do. Because if I were to say to you right now, don't think about a blue elephant, then what do you notice is the first thing that comes into your mind? It's a blue elephant. And often if we tell people what we don't want them to do, that's what they go, that's the memory, that's the lasting thought that they have. So first of all, brand values really get people to focus on what it is that you want them to remember. And secondly, we can use language. So for example, in NLP, one very simple tip, we call them mind reads, is to actually use your language in a way that really, again, gets people to feel good about themselves. So just to give you an example, you can say something like, I know you're going to have a very positive experience, through visiting this particular organisation, or it's a really, great thing to be using this particular product. So you kind of assume, it's almost like you step into your customer's mind, and you start assuming some of the things that they might be thinking. And again, it leaves them with a really, really positive message about your brand. And another tip would be, we call them, what do we call them? Let me just think about it. Yeah, tag questions, that's it, tag questions. Is at the end of a sentence, if you say to somebody, you do think this is a good idea, don't you? The don't you is what we call the tag question. And actually, again, it really encourages people to agree with you. So I think in terms of, and that's just a couple of examples, but I think NLP has got loads to offer, certainly in the field of linguistics, and directing your customers to the place that you want them to get to.